Hello everyone, my name is Jason and I am an ISFP. You are watching my ISFP Journey. Thank you so much for watching. About a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, one of my ENFP friends was talking to me and my wife, and I think there were some other people there too, about the Enneagram, and the conversation prompted me to take the Enneagram test. So I took the test, received my results, and really did nothing with it. So I don't really know much about Enneagram. I've heard some things about it. I've read a little bit about it, but very little. So because it is constantly being brought up in personality type, circles, I decided to go back and find the emails that I had received from the website where I took the test. And I have no idea if it's, I don't honestly even know if there's more than one Enneagram test and if the one I took is a good one or anything. But anyway, I went back and I found those emails and I printed off my results, and I haven't looked at them. I don't even remember if I looked at them when I first got the email over a year ago, but I haven't looked at them. And so I printed them today, and I just wanted to quickly go over these Enneagram results with all of you out there in ISFP land. And I'm really interested to know whether or not I'm going to kind of go over them. And then I'd really love to get your comments, especially if you're an ISFP, and let me know, do you relate? First of all, do you get the same results, or are your results different? And for those of you who do get the same results as I get, do you relate to them? And do you relate in the way, once you hear what I have to say, that I relate to them? So my results said that I'm a 1, a 9, or a 5. That's what the email said. And I see a lot of people that talk about being like a 1 wing and then another number, or 2 wing or something like that. So I don't completely understand that. So feel free, if you do understand it, to leave me some comments and let me know what that means exactly. I'm guessing it means that, like, if you're a certain number wing another number, that probably means, I'm guessing, that you're really strong in the first number, but the second number is like the second thing that you're the most strong at, or the second number that you're the most like. So let's just kind of go over these. So number 1 is called the reformer. All right. So reformers, it says, are realistic, conscientious, and principled. That's fairly true of me. They strive to live up to their high ideals. Also, I would say very true to me, or very true of me. It says, how to get along with me. Take your share of the responsibility so I don't end up with all the work. I'm going to give that a big thumbs up. I'll give that 2 thumbs up, 12 thumbs up, if I had 12 thumbs to put up. Acknowledge my achievements. I don't really care that much about that. I definitely enjoy having my achievements acknowledged personally, one-on-one, but I don't need a show to be made of it. I like, at work, I don't need like in a meeting to be told, oh, you're doing a great job, where everybody hears. In fact, I don't even really want that, honestly, but I'm happy for a person to come to me personally and say, hey, thank you so much for what you did there, or something like that. I'm hard on myself. Reassure me that I'm fine the way I am. I am hard on myself. I don't really feel like I need reassurance that I'm fine, although probably when I was younger, I did. So I can see that being true of me, especially when I was younger. Tell me that you value my advice. Yes, I'm not one. I tend not to give unsolicited advice. So if you want my advice, you're going to have to ask for it. And then I need some sort of feedback that mattered to you, or I'm not likely to, want to open up with my advice again. Be fair and considerate, as I am. Yeah, that's probably true. Apologize if you have been unthoughtful. It will help me to forgive. That's definitely true. That's big. Again, people who are rude or inconsiderate are a big stressor and downer for me. So if you act that, we all act that way from time to time. So when you act that way, apologize, and it will help me a lot. People who don't apologize and just think that, like, we're all just gonna move on, even though I don't hold grudges, and that's true. I don't hold grudges, but it frustrates me. Eventually, I do just move on because I can't hold on to it. It's not in the moment anymore. But it still helps me a lot to know that you realized that you were, rude or whatever, and you acknowledge it and say you're sorry. Gently encourage me to lighten up and laugh at myself when I get uptight. Yeah, that was probably true of me when I was young. I don't really need that now. What I like about being number one. Okay, let's see if this is true. I didn't write this. I'm reading this email. It says, what I like about being a number one. I like being self-disciplined and able to accomplish a great deal. I'm relatively self-disciplined when I want to be, and I can accomplish a great deal. So yeah, I do like that. Not as self-disciplined as I'd like to be. Working hard to make the world a better place. This is a tough one because I do work hard, and in my own way, I am wanting to make the world a better place. But for me, that's just making my little corner of the world more beautiful and more pleasant for everyone else. So a lot of people would think making the world a better place is like a big, accomplishment, like accomplishing something huge that affects, thousands of people or millions of people. That's definitely not me. But making my little corner of the world better for anyone who has to be there, that's me. Okay, so I can kind of relate to that depending on how you define it. Having high standards and ethics and not compromising myself, introverted feeling, no doubt about it. Introverted feeling hero, right? So yeah, I would think most ISFPs can relate to that. Being reasonable, responsible, and dedicated in everything I do. Yeah, I think that that's largely true of me. Being able to put facts together, coming to good understandings, and figuring out wise solutions. Yes, I mean, I'm not... Okay, yeah-ish, I guess. Being the best I can be and bringing out the best in other people. Yeah, I definitely want to be the best I can be. Bringing out the best in other people... I mean, if they want me to do that, like if they're open to that, then yes, I want to do that. But if they're closed off from that and they don't want me to have any kind of impact in that way, it's no skin off my back, okay? And then it goes on to say what's hard about being a number one. Being disappointed with myself or others when my expectations are not met. Yep, I would sign off on that. Feeling burdened by too much responsibility. Yeah, I would definitely sign off on that. Thinking that what I do is never good enough. Yeah, in a sense, I mean... I don't know. That one, I'm going to have to mull that one over. I'm not sure that I can agree with that. I mean, in some ways, I mean, I definitely have a very high standard for myself, and I hold myself to that standard. So there are times when I'm like, I will say, well, I didn't do well enough. And somebody might say, but you did so much better than, this group over here. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not comparing myself to that group over there. I'm comparing myself, to my own standard. So in that sense, yes, I would agree. Not being appreciated for what I do for people. Yeah, I definitely want people to say thank you. Like I said, I don't need big recognition, but a simple thank you goes a long way. Being upset because others aren't trying as hard as I am. Yeah, 100%. There's no doubt about that. That is totally me. Okay, so then it also says I could be a 9. All right. So 9 is the peacemaker. Right off the bat, I hear that and I'm like, yeah. Whatever this is going to say, no doubt. That's me. Peacemakers are receptive, good-natured, and supportive. They seek union with others and the world around them. Definitely conflict avoidant. Definitely want to be in peace with other people. How to get along with me. If you want me to do something, how you ask is important 100%. The words are not all that you communicate. You communicate with your face. You communicate with your body language. There's so much more to it than just saying, hey, could you do this? I especially don't like expectations or pressure. Yeah, that's largely true. I like to listen and to be of service, but don't take advantage of this. Yes, that would probably be true. Listen until I finish speaking, even though I meander a bit. Oh, definitely 100%. I can already tell I'm more of a 9 than I am a 1. The 1 I agreed with. Like, if I can be that whole 1-wing 9 or 9-wing 1, whatever that means, that's probably me. We'll see when I get to 5. Give me time to finish things and make decisions. Yes, no doubt. It's okay to nudge me gently, but non-judgmentally. 100% agree. Ask me questions to help me get clear. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Tell me when you like how I look. I'm not averse to flattery. I mean, yeah, I don't mind being told nice things about my appearance. I don't live for it, but I'm not opposed to it. Hug me, show me affection. It opens up my feelings. Yeah, I mean, that depends on who we're talking about, but yeah, it doesn't hurt. I like a good discussion, but not confrontation. Definitely, that's so true. Let me know you like what I've done or said. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's really vague. I would need some context for that. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe everybody can't relate to that, but doesn't everybody like to be told, hey, what you did there was great? Laugh with me and share in my enjoyment of life. Yeah, very much so. When I'm in a good mood and I'm happy and wanting to be silly or whatever, I don't like to be around people who are down, pessimistic, brooding, moody in a bad way. What I like being about a 9, being non-judgmental and accepting, that's pretty true. Although it's more true of me now than it was 10 years ago and my life before that. I used to be pretty judgmental. Caring for and being concerned about others. Yeah. I mean, I do like that about myself when it comes out, but I don't know if it comes out as much as I'd like it to. Being able to relax and have a good time, I can do that. But again, if you've watched my other videos, you know that extroverted sensing parent function has to be satisfied before I can do that, right? Everything that I know needs to be done has to be done, and my environment has to be in a good order for me to really relax. Knowing that most people enjoy my company, I'm easy to be around. I think that's true, although, I mean, I think you'd have to ask the people who know me. I've heard that said to me, but I don't know if it's true. My ability to see many different sides of an issue and be a good mediator or facilitator. I definitely am good at seeing multiple sides of the issue. I'm not always a great mediator because a lot of times I don't really want to be involved, but I can listen to both sides and go, I can see where you're right and I can see where you're wrong. And I can see where you're right and I can see where you're wrong. I heard one time when, like, in this case, it was used as a husband and wife. When there's an argument, there are always 3 sides to the story: his side, her side, and the truth. And a lot of times I think I can see that with other people, especially. Like, I usually am not real quick to take sides in an argument between 2 people that I know, because really I can usually go, well, I can see both sides of the story. I can see why each one's mad, but I can see why each one's right also. Let's see, my heightened awareness of sensations, aesthetics, and the here and now. Extroverted sensing, parent function, ISFP. I mean, every ISFP should be able to say amen to that one. Being able to go with the flow and feel one with the universe. Go with the flow, yes. One with the universe, I don't know what that means. So I'm going to go with the flow 100%. That second half, I don't know what that means. What's hard about being a 9? Being judged and misunderstood for being placid and or indecisive. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I've felt that a lot in my life. Maybe. Being critical of myself or lacking initiative and discipline. Okay, critical of myself, definitely, because I hold myself to a very high standard, and it's a standard that I create for myself. Lacking initiative, yes, I do struggle with that. Lacking discipline, yeah, okay, that's true. Being too sensitive to criticism, definitely younger in my life. I'm not so bad about that now. Taking every raised eyebrow and twitch of the mouth personally. Yeah, that's true. Okay, if that's how they're defining criticism, then yes, that's true. Okay, type 5, the investigator. Right off the bat, I'm like, maybe. I don't know about that. I definitely, when I hear the peacemaker, okay, no doubt. The reformer, yeah, I can probably agree with that. But the investigator, well, let's find out. Investigators have a need for knowledge and are introverted, curious, analytical, and insightful. Okay, need for knowledge, yes, I do like to learn things. I like to just sort of drink in information. Introverted, no doubt. I definitely need to be alone at times to recharge, a lot to recharge. Curious, yes, I'm pretty curious. Analytical, probably not. Insightful, well, I don't know. You'd have to ask people who know me, because if I go around going, I'm so insightful, well, then I'm also so boastful. Be independent, not clingy. How to get along with me. Be independent, not clingy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Speak in a straightforward and brief manner. See, I don't know that I agree with that. I mean, I definitely want you to tell me what you're thinking, but I like a little sugar coating on it. I'm not going to lie. I need time alone to process my feelings and thoughts. Yeah, that's true, I do, but I can also process them in the moment pretty quickly without being alone if necessary. I need, remember that if I seem aloof, distant, or arrogant, it may be that I am feeling uncomfortable. Yeah, and the reality is I'm probably going to leave. Like, I'm going to get out of that situation as fast as I can. So if I'm uncomfortable and I'm acting the way that it described, aloof or distant, it's because I want out of there and I can't get out of there. Make me feel welcome, but not too intensely, or I might doubt your sincerity. I don't know about that. Make me feel welcome. Sure, everybody wants to feel welcome. If I become irritated when I have to repeat things, it may be because it was such an effort to get my thoughts out in the first place. I would have said for the first 35 years of my life, that's not true. But over the last 7 years, I have really come to the conclusion that one of the reasons I get frustrated whenever I'm not heard or listened to is because it does sometimes take some serious effort to get my thoughts out in a cogent manner. And so it's really frustrating when they're not received and understood, because a lot of times I think, wow, I put a lot of effort into saying that in a way that it could be understood, and you didn't get it. And that can be hard. So I'll agree with that. Don't come on like a bulldozer. Yeah, no doubt. Again, that kind of goes back to that whole, I like a little bit of sugarcoating sometimes. Help me to avoid my pet peeves, big parties, other people's loud music, overdone emotions, and intrusions on my privacy. Okay, so help me to avoid my pet peeves. Yes, please. But wouldn't we all like to avoid our pet peeves? I mean, anyway. But yeah, if you can help me avoid my pet peeves, please do. Big parties, yeah, not particularly a fan. But I can avoid those on my own usually. Other people's loud music. Well, that depends on the music, and it depends on what I'm trying to do. If I'm trying to concentrate on something and somebody else is blaring something over here, then yeah, no doubt, that's going to drive me crazy. Overdone emotions. Yeah, help me to avoid my own overdone emotions. And intrusion on my privacy. 100% intrusion on my privacy. By the way, I'm going to throw into that category, intrusion on my privacy. I can't stand it when people just drop by. Please call me first or text me and let me know that you're coming. Anyway, what I like about being a 5, standing back and viewing life objectively, definitely. Coming to a thorough understanding, perceiving causes and effects. Yeah, that's probably true. My sense of integrity, doing what I think is right and not being influenced by social pressure. Again, introverted feeling, no doubt, 100%. Not being caught up in material possessions or status. Yeah, I've struggled with that at times in my life, right? There have been times when I've really cared about material possessions, but I've had some things happen in my life that have turned me away from that and helped me to grow. Maybe sometime I'll make a video on that. That might be an interesting topic. Being calm in a crisis. I think I can be, but again, if I have to use my extroverted thinking a lot in that crisis, then that calmness might go out the window a little bit. What's hard about being a 5? Being slow to put my knowledge and insights out in the world. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Maybe. Feeling bad when I act offensive or like a know-it-all. Yeah, that's definitely true. I definitely act ways I don't like sometimes, and then I spend a long time regretting that. Being pressured to be with people when I don't want to be. I mean, yeah, of course. I hate to be in situations I don't want to be in. I mean, that seems like that would be true of everybody, but it's probably not. Sorry about the motorcycles. Watching others with better social skills but less intelligence or technical skill do better professionally. I don't really know. That I can't relate to that statement. So anyway, out of those, I would say 1 and 9 definitely I relate to more than 5. 5 was hit and miss. There were some things in there I could relate to, but there weren't too many, oh yeah, that's definitely me. Well, I'd say 1 and 9. So if and again, leave me comments if you understand Enneagram really well and that whole number wing another number concept. Because if the idea behind that concept is your first number is where you most relate and then your next number is where you second most relate, then I would call myself a 9W1. But I don't know if that's how it's set up. I don't quite understand the formulation. Actually, I don't understand it at all. I really haven't researched it. But anyway, I wanted to dig into those because I thought, man, I got those over a year ago and I really haven't thought about them or looked at them. But I see more and more and more people talking about the Enneagram. So I just wanted to give it a go and kind of go over that. I'm not signing off on the Enneagram and saying it's great. I'm not downplaying it and saying it's bad. I have no opinion because I know almost nothing about it. But if you are an ISFP, I would love your comments to tell me what numbers are you, what aspects of those numbers do you most relate with, and what of the things that I said do you agree or disagree with. And if you are any type at all and you understand Enneagram, leave me some comments and help me to understand what I don't know. And I'll be really interested to read you guys' comments. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Please do hit like if this was in any way valuable to you. And please do subscribe. That would be extremely valuable to me. Thank you for watching and have an awesome day. Bye now.